Good morning, kids. Today we're going to talk about a time when Jesus spoke about judging others. As he spoke, he used an eye-catching example to illustrate his point. He talked about a plank. Now, does anybody know what a plank is?
Ooh.
Yes,
I know.
yes, yeah.
Everybody knows what that is.
Okay, Grayson, so what is it? What is a plank?
Alright, it's when one person lays face down on their arms by their side, and as they're laying down, a friend takes a picture and posts it on their favorite social media site.
Yeah, well, yes, but no, Grayson, come on, man. Yes, that's not correct. Let's be for real, okay? So what you're referring to is called planking. That's not a plank. It's called planking.
Wait. So what I meant to say was that a plank is something my mom does when she works out. It's some weird exercise that kind of looks like a push-up, only not. And it's really, really hard. I mean, my mom is like Hulk strong.
No, that is not correct. A plank doesn't involve any of your mom's exercising.
Oh, wait. Duh. I mean, Jesus was talking about pirates.
Huh?
Yeah, like how you have to scrape the barnacles off me boat and I make ye walk the plank. Arr!
No. Jesus wasn't talking about pirates or walking a plank. A plank is simply a piece of wood.
Oh. Yeah, I knew that, right.
Not only did Jesus talk about a plank, but he also talked about something called sawdust, which are tiny, teeny pieces of wood, literally about the size of dust, so sawdust. Jesus was explaining that judging other people is wrong, so he gave this example. He said, you look at the bit of sawdust in your friend's eye, but you pay no attention to the piece of wood in your own eye. How can you say to your friend, let me take that bit of sawdust out of your eye, that tiny bit, when you have all the while a piece of huge wood in your own eye? You pretender. He says, you pretender, first take that piece of wood out of your own eye, and then you'll be able to clearly see the bit of sawdust to get out of your friend's eye. Now what Jesus is saying here is that we shouldn't judge others for little nitpicky stuff when we get our own big stuff to own up to. I imagine I'd be pretty hard to see a big piece of wood in your own eye, in your own eye, right? It would be hard to see then if you had that thing there. Now I could give some examples of situations that Jesus could be talking about, but where's the fun in that? Instead, who wants to be the next lucky contestant on Plank or Speck? Ooh, Plank or Speck, the game show straight from K-Town Kids Studios that lets you play the judge. Could I get a volunteer come straight to the stage, please? Come on up.
There you go.
Let's get him. All right, contestant, this week you're up against the reigning champion, introducing
the incredibly talented, brilliant, suave, the dashingly handsome, and overall cool, amazing guy.
Right, introducing Grayson. This game is simple. I will present the two of you with a scenario. You are allowed to ask your small group leader for help. Since Grayson is the reigning champion, he gets to answer first. Then, what we're looking for is the best possible reaction to the situation I describe. It will be multiple choice. It'll be a multiple choice question. And if you select the correct answer, you get a point. The first one is easy just when you get warmed up. Are you guys ready? So the first one's easy, then it gets a little bit harder. Ready? All right, here we go. Your teacher likes pairing up people in class to work on projects together every week. Last week, you completely forgot the assignment and didn't do any work for it. But your partner, Bobby, helped you out before class started and got it done. This week, you're pairing up with Bobby again, but Bobby forgot to do the poster for the presentation. What do? Should you A, create a scene and yell at him in front of the rest of the class to humiliate him and prevent him from making the same mistake again? B, give Bobby the cold shoulder. Or lastly, C, quickly help Bobby complete the poster before the class starts, just like he did for you in the previous week. Grayson, go ahead. Let's see what your answer is first. What did you say?
Well, clearly, this Bobby person is no good and completely unreliable. I think the best course of action is answer A.
All right, what about you? What's your answer down there, buddy? The correct answer is C. Right, Grayson, what were you thinking? That was so incredibly wrong. I'm a little embarrassed for you. Great job, buddy. You did fantastic. What a point. All right, enough of the easy stuff. Time for round 2. All right, you're playing soccer this season, and you have your first big game. Earlier, you had the ball right at the other team's goal, right there, but you miskicked it, and instead of getting mad, your teammates patted you on the back and said, "It's okay." Now the game is almost over and the score is tied. The other team has the ball, and wouldn't you know it, Bobby, your pal from school, is right there, ready to block the kick. But the player from the other team manages to get around him and he scores a goal. Bobby totally missed the block and the other team wins. Do you, A, encourage Bobby after the game and tell him to not worry about it? B, demand that Bobby be kicked off the team because he's no good? Or C, talk about Bobby's terrible soccer skills to everyone on the team? He's just terrible, right? All right, Grayson, what's your guess? What's your guess? You got it?
Okay, well, it's obvious by this point that Bobby can't do anything right. So I'm going answer B.
Answer B. Okay, what about you? What about you down there? Well, the correct answer is A. A. Grayson, once again, you are incredibly wrong, man. Not even close. Great job, buddy. You just earned another point towards victory. And now we come to the final question. To make things interesting, this question will be worth 3 points. That means if Grayson gets it right, he can still walk home with the fabulous prize. Are you ready, guys? Okay, it'll take a second. I'll take that as a yes. All right, so last scenario, you really want to go hang out with your good friend Bobby. But your mother has told you no one is allowed to leave the house until both you and your sister have cleaned your rooms to spotless perfection. Normally, it takes you days to clean your room, but you figured that the sooner you get it done, the sooner you could hang out with Bobby. So you work hard for an hour or two and get your room completely spotless. Satisfied with your work, you head to your sister's room to check on her progress, only to find that she's sitting on top of a pile of dirty laundry, playing with her Barbies. What do? Do you A, go to your sister's room and stare at her until she gets the job done? B, rat her out to Mom because Mom needs to know that her daughter is acting in complete disregard to her authority, and then yell at her for keeping you from getting to hang out with Bobby? Or C, go to your sister's room to help her complete the daunting task of cleaning her room? All right, what do you say, Grayson? Are you ready?
That is such an easy question. All of these have been easy. I mean, it's plain to see she is inexcusably lazy, and she has obviously disrespected her mother. I mean, the correct answer is B. I mean, am I right or am I right?
We'll have to see. All right, kid, what are you saying? What do you got for us? Let's see it. Perfect. Once again, the kid is correct. It's obvious there's no plank obscuring your vision, buddy, and that means you win. The winner of the plank or speck gets his or her very own wooden carpenter's pencil to remind him or her to check their actions before they call others out. Well, that's all for plank or speck. Give it up for our helpers. It's easy to make judgments and notice all the flaws of others while overlooking your own mistakes. Jesus was reminding us that if we have our own problems by saying, First, take the piece of wood out of your own eye. Then you should be able to see clearly to take the bit of sawdust out of your friend's eye. The job of judging others does not belong to us because we're not perfect. Nobody is perfect. Only God is perfect. He's the only one who can judge. Let's leave the judging up to Him. Let's pray.